Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm your host, Jill Malandrino, global markets reporter at Nasdaq. Joining me at the market site in Times Square, we have David Aferiat. He's the managing partner of Trade Ideas. We also have Sean McLaughlin. He's the head of business development. Also, with Trade Ideas, we're going to take a look at using AI to generate active strategies and capture alpha. It's great to have you both with us at market site. And David, I'm going to kick it off with you. Let's learn more about this, how you're using AI to capture the all-important alpha.
Right, so it's a 16-year mission that never ends. That mission is to help our subscribers make better decisions in the stock market. And so with that mission, we've innovated for these past 16 years, and in the last 3, developed a machine learning AI that does the work of finding what patterns are working in the market. And it's never just one silver bullet. It's the collection and curation and optimization of over 65 strategies that it narrows down and fields each day. Sometimes 8, sometimes 9, some long, some short, but it's always positioned in order to look at the market in a certain way, and that way is always updated with every night's overnight optimization of these algorithms.
Now, is this what's called Holly?
So Holly is the machine learning system that we have. We used to, the side note was we had an early adopter look at the technology and said, if this really works, this will be a holy grail. And we thought, well, we're not going to call it Holy Grail, but Holly was a natural extension.
I was wondering how you came up with the name.
That's right. So and Holly does the job that not unlike what a baseball manager would do every day when filling out a lineup card. It says which players are on a hot streak, which ones are healthy, which ones are playing well and playing the game the right way. Holly does that job of finding, and in that way is able to each day make an assessment of, given what it's optimized overnight, what's going to work each day. And it's helped, as over 3 years since we've launched the AI, we have a tracking portfolio of the cumulative sum of its ideas that we track. And the results each year have just gotten better and better. Last year was a 54% return above the S&P's performance. And it's survived sudden shocks to the system like presidential elections, tweets, and even Brexit, where if it finds something in the market that's happening on a day after its preparations, it reacts in real time and is able to say, I haven't prepared for this, and it will not make a trade.
All right, so Sean, let me ask you a question. What are the types of clients that you have at Trade Ideas?
Well, I would say 80% of our client base is retail, do-it-yourself traders. We appeal to all kinds. We do have professionals, we do have prop traders, but the vast majority of our traders come to us are retail traders, traders who are, maybe they do it full-time, maybe they have another job, maybe they're part-time. But yeah, that'd probably be a breakdown, about 80-20.
All right, so let's learn more about the partnership with Nasdaq.
Okay, David, why don't you talk to that?
Sure. So we've had a long-standing partnership throughout our 16 years, and Nasdaq remains a viable and very important partner. We've worked as a kind of laboratory for them when they've come up with different data sets that they've wanted to test for the market in the past. And we, because of even before the AI, we had a robust core competency on ingesting big data. And you need to have that core competency in order to feed a machine learning AI. And long before we developed that, we were able to evaluate data sets. And so we've done that for Nasdaq in the past. Nasdaq is obviously a key vendor and supplier of the data that we feed the AI system in Holly. And even more recently, this tracking portfolio I mentioned before is been turned into an index where Nasdaq is able to distribute that symbol and that tracking index throughout its global information data system, its GIDS service.
It's amazing how artificial intelligence is just taking over the world and incorporating these data sets. There's just so much data out there. Are we just at the tip of the iceberg of what's capable through these trading platforms?
We are. There are two thoughts there. One of them is, first, we very much look at this as a human and machine relationship. So it's not the machine does it all, come back at the end of the day and see what it's done. It requires a amount of feedback in order to both design the algorithms that it's going to optimize and present each day. And the other aspect of it is AI, as I mentioned before, relies on a core competency of big data. And data is the currency these days. Everyone everyone is looking for and refining more exotic data sets, being able to find insights. And what we do is we overlap many different data sets in order to find the key patterns that in an ensemble mixed together, what rises to the surface, what algorithms are matched with what the market is rewarding today, next week, this week.
All right, thank you both for joining us at MarketSite. And thank you for joining me on Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.